Right folks, welcome to Manor Studios. This is where the future of BVM will be. There'll still be some stuff in the van, there'll still be some stuff out and about, but Manor Studios will be where the podcasting, the editing, if I do editing, will take place once it's all been done up. Now, as you have seen from the thumbnail and the thumb title, The Rock and Oprah Winfrey have been talking rubbish. Now, I'll take this from the BBC report. Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Oprah Winfrey have created a fund to make direct payments to people in Hawaii who have been affected by the wildfires. People's Fund. What are you doing in here? Get out of my studio. It won't echo so much either when I've got it all sorted. This is just a glimpse of the future. The People's Fund of Maui aims to make monthly payments of $1,200, which is £950, to the thousands of victims of the fires that swept through the island this month. The two celebrities donated $10 million to kick off the fund. $10 million. $10 million, remember that, to kick off the fundraiser, and are asking for further donations from the public. The death toll officially stands at 115, but many remain missing 3 weeks on. The money will go to adults whose homes were destroyed by the wildfires, and it is available to homeowners and renters, but not to owners who do not live in the buildings that were ruined. So let's say if you were a celebrity like The Rock or Oprah, and your place burnt down, you wouldn't get anything. But as the fires were nowhere near what they got, it was pretty fucking safe to say that they were okay. Collaborating closely with an esteemed advisory board and support from the local community and respected elders. I don't believe that somehow. That sounds just like a fucking soundbite of bullshit. This new fund will serve as a bridge to provide cash directly to the families and individuals affected, so that personally determine how best to use the funds for themselves, the fundraisers said. People being able to have their own agency, being able to make decisions for themselves. So now it's just a load of fucking shit. The Federal Emergency Management Agency has offered an initial payment of $700 for immediate needs, but may have said the money does little to help with long-term recovery. So basically, these pair of virtue signalling knobheads given $10 million, and now they're going to try and pull on the heartstrings of Americans to give more. So I did a little bit of a research. Oprah, she's worth $2.5 billion. $2.5 billion. The Rock, if you can smell what The Rock is cooking, well, he's cooking $800 million. Right, so basically what they've done on here, this is how these individuals work. They come on here, and they come onto social media and say, "Oh, look at us! Aren't we doing fucking great? Aren't we doing well? We're helping people." Yeah, bollocks here. So what it is, The Rock, he has a 1.5 acre building land and stuff. This includes a 5-bedroomed house, 5 bathrooms, a 3-bedroom guest house. Combined, they offer 1,500 square feet of living space. The layout highlights indoor-outdoor living with massive sliding doors and large windows. Outdoor bars and kitchens and everything. He rents that out. Oprah, she has a few properties, so she's really enjoying the island. And has been buying up land there for ages. I've copied and pasted this out of newspaper reports. Many other celebrities, they also have properties and land out there, but they seem to have all escaped the fire. But Mick Fleetwood has been a bit different. His restaurant was burnt down, but Mick, good old Mick, has been warning of land developers who would seek to profit after the aftermath of the disaster. Like the reports of Oprah going to buy land for nowhere near was what it was worth. Because there is big reports, you've only got to go and look for this, that Oprah was basically just buying up land all over the place, allegedly. Just go and have a look in the papers, you can find it, how much is Oprah bought. The reports of developers now want to buy the land off Hawaiians and develop luxury buildings for the rich. But what I'm thinking there is that all these, I mean, Jeff Bezos is out there as well. I think Clint Eastwood, he's got a place. But what I was thinking is that if all these rich, powerful, famous celebrities, if they buy all the land in Hawaii, do it all up, come the next pandemic that's being planned, because people are being told to wear masks and stuff in America now already, if they make that island all nice and dancy fancy, when the pandemic comes, they can all fuck off there, can't they, and live there, and it ain't gonna matter. They can just carry on and party. They can just, like, I mean, I don't know if anybody goes to Epstein's Island anymore, but it's there, isn't it? They get all this land in Hawaii, little island, turn it all into a mega rich playground, and next time this happens, they'll jump on the private jets and fuck off to Hawaii and live there for a year, don't they? While everybody else is living in fucking fear of a cold. Oh, you cried when you had COVID. Yeah, I did. You're right, because I nearly fell for all the bullshit. Like the lasers that starts all these fires. The US government has been brilliant though, isn't they? Because like I said, they gave $700 per household, not per person, per household, which is quite really embarrassing because, like, Hawaii is American, isn't it? And it's quite funny that they can find to give $700 to these people, this per household and whatever else, little bit of aid. You know, Joe's there, fucking Joe Biden's rolled up, stinking of fucking piss, and all that. And, you know, giving $700 is quite insulting to, I would personally think, to Hawaiians and anybody else. Yet Joe and the American government can find billions to send to Zelensky because, you know, they're struggling. You know, people are struggling out on Hawaii, yet we just keep sending billions and billions of pounds worth of dollars worth of fighting machinery and so-called aid out to there that has absolutely done fuck all, apart from push Russia closer to China and North Korea, the two biggest enemies of the West, and we've just, like, go on over there. So we can do that, we can fund that, but you can't fund something that's had a disaster in your own country. Anyway, back to Prince Harry, mate, and Megaphone's mate, Oprah. It's been widely shared on videos claiming that Winfrey hired firefighting teams before the fires started. That was a piece of good insight, wasn't it? I wonder if there was a fire on the island, and perhaps I ought to have some firefighters, just in case. So she had firefighters, even hired a firefighting team before fires even started. And instead of some of that land that she's bought up and taken, she hired a security team to stop people from getting into her land if there was anything kicking off, really. So, you know, in that house of hers, she could have taken a few people in. The Rock could have taken a few people in. But no, they decide to go on TV, give a lousy $10 million between the two of them. and then go onto the TV and pull at the heartstrings of Americans, telling them that they need money to help the Hawaiians. Well, that's the government, isn't it? That's what the government's there for. Why don't you do a concert for Hawaii as well? Why don't you do a wrestling match, Rock? Why don't The Rock take on Oprah Winfrey in a no-hold-bars match? And people will probably, as a church, could donate some money to watch that. But all they've got to do, I mean, let's face it, $2.5 billion. Oprah could wipe a load of fucking problems out with that. The Rock, he could give 100 million and wipe a load of problems out. Why do they need to do this virtue signalling? Oh, because it makes them look good, don't it? But what you could do, instead of going and watching The Rock's next fucking shitty film, instead of going to watch that, send the money that you would have paid to take your family to eat hot dogs and fucking popcorn and drinks and travel and all that for the tickets, send it to Hawaii. Yeah, I'll give it to that. So that way The Rock is losing out on money. And instead of, because I didn't realise this, but I did a bit of a shop on, a look on the internet, and Oprah has a daily shop site. So what you do is, you don't buy her fucking merchandise, you give it to the Hawaiian Fund. That'd be an idea, wouldn't it? I mean, they're just so fucking cheeky. I mean, I like The Rock. When he was in the WWE, I like The Rock, yeah? Fucking brilliant. Good wrestler, good on the mic, just entertaining. But all this crap don't help. And all these celebrities that do this shit with the virtue signalling, people don't want it. We don't need it. Life's bad enough without you telling us what to fucking do. If you really want to help them, just give them some of your own money. But you don't need to put it out there on social media. I mean, this is the equivalent of me giving, I don't know, 100 quid, 500 quid to a charity. But you don't need to put it on fucking YouTube or fucking Instagram or Twitter or something saying what you do. Just do it. Just be a decent person. I don't understand this need to fucking tell everybody. I mean, all right, I know I'm doing this now, but I don't tell people when I go, if I go to the Poppy Day thing and buy me poppies, I don't say, right, I've put 50 quid in the fucking tin now. This is me, 50 quid, I've got my little poppy. Fuck's sake. What is it with people that they all want everybody to adore them? I don't fucking want anybody to adore me. Just fucking do what you do. If you watch me, you watch me. If you don't, I don't care. I don't give a fuck. But these fucking idiots now, they need to have everybody adore them. It's just fucking amazing. It's just that the world has come to when billionaires and millionaires are asking the public for money, when the government should be doing this. We would rather give, what I've done is I've wrote, what has the world come to when our governments would rather give our money to fund a fucked up war that could be sorted in days? It could be sorted in days. You sit them all down, you talk and you get it sorted. You stop the killing, you stop spending money on weapons and bombs and fucking, that bus is nearly at that fucking car. You just do it, you sit down and you talk and you get it fucking done. Because if people think that people sending money to fucking Ukraine is going to help, it ain't. So why are we giving this? Why are we giving fucking money to wars and stuff when they've got people who really need help, who are struggling like fuck? They've got no house, they've got no income, they've got nowhere to go. And they'd just rather do this. What will happen is now, more and more people will ask questions like this. More and more people will be like me and start asking questions and finding fault with our governments. And what it will create is unrest. Unrest in America, unrest here. France, it's already kicking off. Italy, it'll kick off. All these governments are creating unrest. And that's what they want. So, there you go. Give to Hawaii, but I wouldn't personally, not that I feel sorry for, I do feel sorry for the people, but if these rich celebrities can do it, let them fucking do it. See you again from Manor Studios. This is Blue Van Man, 12 o'clock, Manor Studios.